Hey, my name is Marco. I'm a former pro opera singer, and I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective. Today we're listening to more of Natlan's soundtrack. I'm really pumped about it. I really enjoyed the first part of what I listened to. Let's listen to some more, shall we? This is Battle Theme 3. Wow, very bright. I like the brass emphasis. I love that downward descent. So much percussion in here, it's cool. A little bit of photon of fluctuation. Nice trumpets. Nice. So what are we doing there? We're re-articulating. When we're repeating like that, we're just re-articulating. And it's a really fun, a very effervescent piece. It's very bright. It's very bubbly. It's like a sunny day, right? There's no like heft in there. It's quite bright. It's quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Wow, saxophone. Nice. Whoa, muted trumpet, and then we have some bass in the background. Don't you love that? Boom, 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 boom. It makes you feel like, ooh, a little bit of danger, right? But it's a little spicy. It's not quite as, it's not heavy. The stakes are not high. It's just vibrant. It's not heavy in the sense that like we're concerned about something going wrong. There's a real brightness to it. I find the muted trumpet almost like jazz slight elements in there. Pretty cool. I mean, it's very bouncy. It's terrific. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was that we started off with the flute, and then we went to the saxophone, and what are we doing? We're just repeating a theme. And that's really cool to see how we're just like, or here I should say, that we're just like resetting and then introducing the theme in another instrument. What does that do? That makes it more memorable for us to listen to down the road, right? It's fun. We're having a little bit of dueling in there. Oh yeah, nice harmony. You feel how they're clashing a little bit in a good way. That's a really nice reset. Wow, you have that again, we have that same sort of pattern where we're just re-emphasizing. Very dancey, very sensual, actually shockingly sensual, I'd say. Again, re-emphasizing. Nice counter melody in there with that lower bari sax, I think. Oh. Right there, that's that float ton of fluctuation. Oh, the violin's just like sending off. Key change. Oh! Nice little pivot there into the trumpet. A lot of descending in there too. Wonderful, lovely percussion here as well. it feels very improvisatory. It's nice. The lower brass underneath lifting it up. Wow. Wow, that... Oh, false ending and then a proper ending. It's just like so nice. I mean, the thing about that is that there's like unlimited amounts of like extreme wonderful musicianship in that piece. It's a bop, and it really like does such a good job of making us feel connected to it, but without it like... Well, no, actually I'm wrong. It totally steals, and that's okay. Like, it does a good job of connecting us to it and making us feel like we're really powerful, but there's a dance element to it. And in a weird way, I get a little bit of, it's probably incorrect, but a little bit of samba mixed in with a little bit of big band. And it does feel like the journey that we go on until about halfway is really like, it's a really fleshed out experience from start to finish. We end with the horns and the brass, and we start much more subtly with the flute instrument and moving into the I think it was an alto saxophone. There's a bit of a woody quality to that, and then we move into this thing, so it shifts quite a bit. That was so enjoyable. Let's listen to the Scions of the Canopy day theme. Did I listen to Scions of the Canopy 2 day theme? Ooh, that's lovely with the marimba. Sustained flutes in harmony, unison harmony. Pretty. The trumpet really sends that large stuff there. Oh, we have the marimba continuing on in the background. Oh. Sounds like didgeridoo and bass, upright bass. Nice rhythm. Oh, trumpet jump scare. Wow. Simple, short and sweet. I love how this starts. Super reflective. And then it's like, you know what? It's time to dance. And we get up, and the middle section, especially when we start to add the upright bass and that plucking, especially with the vocals, because they sort of come out of nowhere. Much like Battle Theme 3, oddly, it goes on a journey and it makes us feel connected to the place and to the environment. And also there's a bright, almost like an ambivalence towards anything bad happening. It's like fishing or something, you know? It's summer, it's peaceful, it's a bright, beautiful, cloudy day, which is an oxymoron, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a general sense of like arrival, if that makes sense. Let's listen to Natlan Main City Night Theme 2. That's lovingly reflective, isn't it? Beautiful flute descending down and going up and down. It feels very warm, doesn't it? A little bit of harmony in there, subtle. I love that it goes up. It points up. Oh, bass clarinet. I used to play that. Mandolin. Now that is such a gentle night theme. Oh, the piano. Resolves. It's so nice. You know, I find that night theme is really reflective on, like, you know, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's about a bustling place, but it feels like it's about a very sleepy place. And you wouldn't think that. I would think like Natlan's main city would be very busy, very, very active. And instead what we end up getting is the sense that the city is ours. We end up getting the feeling that, like, it's really truly about respite, about being at peace. Less so about, like, getting things done at night, or, you know, like Port Ormos night theme was a bit more melodically emphasized, whereas this feels much more like right? There's a real, like, sense of peace. Let's listen to Ancestral Temple 2. Did I listen to Ancestral Temple 1? I can't remember. I do love how much percussion. Oh, rain stick. I love how percussive this soundtrack is. It almost sounds like animals. It's so percussive. It feels kind of heavy too, doesn't it? Where do we go now? Is that it? Surely not. Yeah, that was it. All right, let's go to this. I don't know where this comes in, honestly. This is just what's available to me. Sounds like For Riddles for Wonder. Wow. Gotta have the light soprano singing. Wow. Da-da-da. Wow. The thing is that, like, as like a sort of new age piano piece, that's really nice. It's just like effervescent. I haven't stepped foot at Natlan at all, but there's a sense of peace that exists in this music, and this is a prime example of that upper register piano sound and how bright and warm that can feel, even in the upper register where it tends obviously to be more bright than warm if you're considering the middle of the piano, or certainly not the low end of the piano, which is much darker and richer. The upper middle is really, 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 like, has a gentle quality to it. Especially here, it feels like the notes are being really grazed beautifully. It's just very peaceful. You know, that's really the best way to describe it. Like, it's simple, it's fairly elegant. It feels very like new age popular music with the piano. Nothing wrong with that per se. It's just very peaceful, and that definitely comes across. Let's listen to Tequemecan Valley Vocal 4. I do really like this flute sound. It feels very like organic. They're very inviting. Nice swell in there, actually. Growing in crescendo, growing in volume. Wow. It's a nice repetitive rhythm here. It's beautiful open vowels in this. Wow, open. Very predictable resolutions there. And the whispered thing. Whoo. Wow. Now, when you step into that sound, that soundscape feels like you're walking into a place of great history. You know, you're experiencing an area that has been around for thousands of years, walking into an area that's steeped in lore and in history and culture, and it's almost like again, a lot of these tracks have this feeling of invitation, of arrival, and stepping into oneself. And I think that overall, that's the sort of takeaway from a lot of these tracks, is the sense of like an embrace, right? Or coming together. What I'm noticing is that that's actually the most powerful through line for a lot of these pieces, is that we feel held by them, if that makes sense. And musically, we can do that with these warm lower register sounds, with male singers, with flutes, and with instruments that feel folk-like or feel rooted in a culture, or instruments that, you know, when we sustain notes for a long period of time, that can make us feel like we're kind of almost bathing or laying in a sound. Next up, I want to listen to the Tepeacac Rise OST night version, OST 1. Wow. That's cute. I gotta hear the day version too. Wow. Acapella. No instruments underneath. Usually here you're gonna have tall column of sound, tall vowels. Just percussion. Usually the inner voices are going to move, so the tenors and the altos, especially in a cappella singing. I've been in a cappella ensemble for a while. Some really nice movement, unison movement as well. And then we end on the chord. That's really lovely. What's the day theme sound like? Hold on, I gotta hear this. Day. Did I listen to this the other day? I can't remember. Here we go. Here's the bustle. Yeah, so it's being, the theme that we heard on the night theme is being played by the guitar in the upper register. What a beautifully lovely, rhythmic, wonderful melody. Oh, the French horn takes over while the harp plays underneath. That's cool. So in this one, the vocals actually like support the experience. But it's rhythmic too. I love that bounce in there. Yeah, I can't have a bad day with that one. Well, you could have a bad day, but that's just so bright and effervescent. Gosh, that just has such a warm sound. I mean, all these tracks are just so like, just want to put them on while cooking or like reading a book that's like nice or just like on a sunny day. Let's listen to Ode of Resurrection 2, Mavuika's backstory. Oh, just the guitar. With some sort of percussion instrument in the background. Wow, okay. I see. Wow. Wow, that was so simple and so beautiful. I think that the guitar there, the sort of organic sound quality of that, the woody, the hollow sound quality of that guitar is just sublime. And then you mix it in with this beautiful percussion, this beautiful forward movement of saying like, you know, we have to pick up the pieces. Like we can't just stay stuck in what we know. So beautiful. Let's listen to the third one though. Oh, piano this time. I like the motif a lot. Nice, that lower notes are actually being pedal tones sustained. But it feels almost faded, right? Because of the way that it's being played. There's a gentility in that. Almost like it's like difficult to play. That's interesting. And we get some harp. That's a super low arpeggiation. Changing chords. It's interesting that we're sort of slightly overhitting the lower note. I like the affected quality where we feel like we're in a cave or a dark spot where there's a lot of vibration. A little bit of the delay in the upper register. That harp in the background supporting the forward momentum, the ostinato arpeggiation. That's very pretty. Very, 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 very introspective, of course. But Science of the Canopy 3. I'm here for it. Chorus? No. Yes. That's nice. Again, tall column, tall vowel, like chord structure, tall chord structure feels very, very rich and tall and wide. Oh my god, what a vibe. Sounds like some sort of muted piano. That's just call and response. Pretty basic stuff. Now we have some pedal tone sustaining. Man, the vocals in here are sick. I love how it ends. Ooh, nice. That is beautiful. I think that's this. Have I listened to all of those? I really like the Scions of the Canopy stuff. How about People of the Springs 2? Okay. Oh, I like that harmonic movement together. Steel drum, yeah. Nice. I love when it's predictable. Don't get me wrong, the vibes are cool, and it's a really nice, fun, warm, elegant, it's relaxing in a way. I'm not really a fan of that soundscape per se, so for me that doesn't really work. I don't really like it, but I don't hate it, but it's just not my cup of tea. Whereas, the other stuff is a lot more, I think, classically based, and obviously I like that more, but also just more vocals are always nice. This one, it's just it feels like a quintessential beach lounge sound, if that makes sense. Sulfurous Veins 1. Nice, again, upright bass. There's a lot of upright bass in this. Again, just ooh vowels. That's fun percussion. So what I'm discovering about a lot of Natlan's pieces here is that a lot of them feel like really exceptional ambient music. Like nothing here has really felt like it has stolen the show. That's not true. I think there's a couple tracks that have really pushed forward and allowed themselves to become as important as the gameplay experience. But a lot of these end up feeling like, at least these are the slower ones, right? But like there's a natural feeling, especially some of the latter tracks that I listened to. The first ones were very melodic, so I don't want to say that. But back here in this area, especially like Sulfurous Veins, this feels very much ambient. It feels like just the music that you listen to while like moving around a cave or something. It's not like the Chasm or or Canopy vibes, and not that it needs to be, but that's something that I've noticed is that there's an interesting mix here based on what I've listened to between the last time I listened to tracks, which you can check out. There's a lot of ambiance and a lot of a focus on delivering on a soundscape where we are privy to what's happening in the world, right? So it's less about like melody and like beautiful symphonic writing that we've probably heard in previous iterations of Genshin Impact soundtrack, whereas here it feels much more like it's about setting the stage for us, the player, to be in. I'm really curious to hear where we go with like boss themes. And I'm really curious to hear where we go with like more set piece tunes. Some really nice melody work here. The anthem of, oh gosh, I can't remember the title, but the one that was on the concert live, the sort of like, I feel like that's the main theme of Natlan. That really comes across like it's still so charming. It's still in my head right now. Also, just the day and night themes that I listen to for some of these pieces are just like so beautiful. So I'm curious to hear more as time goes on. It's definitely interesting, and it certainly has me curious to want to explore the region of Natlan with this music, because I do think that for me, the best part about Genshin has always been the exploration. And I think listening to this music while doing stuff is really, really, really beautiful. And I think that they've done such a great job of letting us want to listen to this music while doing things, rather than that frequent thing that we see where people will turn the music off for popular music or whatever. I think that this music really helps set the stage and helps set the scene. And hopefully people are paying attention to it and listening to it. If you want more, feel free to like, subscribe. There's tons of Genshin on the channel. Thanks a ton as always, and I'll see you later.